Hey, insight number 3. Now the last 3 insights of this week, 3, 4, and 5, are all going to be from section 108. Because even though it's 8 verses, it's just a really, really lovely section with some amazing stuff in it. And Lyman Sherman, top dude. So, we're looking at 108. So first of all, I'm just going to give you a synopsis of 108 a little over. So Lyman Sherman had been previously set apart of the 70. What is my notes on Lyman Sherman? Born May 22, 1804 in Addison County, Vermont. So he's from there. Interest in the Book of Mormon, he became a member, ordained a high priest, and ordained a 70 on February 28, 1835. And that's when this is given. This is December 1835 when section 108 is given. And so he's been set apart as a 70, and he's like, I don't know that I'm doing enough. How do I know if I'm doing enough? Because I'm not quite sure. I don't have parameters for my calling. Because remember back then it wasn't entirely clear. They just got section 107. And he's like, oh. So he went to Joseph Smith and said, I want to know, am I doing enough? What can I do more? Am I doing enough? Like a life assessment. And we've been told, we've been counselled, not told to do, but counselled from our prophets to do these life assessments, to sort of go over. There's some in the Book of Mormon, I've seen them in the New Testament, where you just sort of let's just pause and look at everything that's going on. Am I doing enough? Am I doing it in the best way possible? Could it be improved? Rather than just going through the motions and continuing to do what you've always done. Look at it. And going through COVID and having all this disruption is a really good time to sort of pause and do that kind of assessment. Is there a better way I can do this? Is there a more uplifting kind of way I can do this? Is there a more time-saving way I can do this? Right? Just a life assessment. Alright, so he later served as a time for the president of the 70s. This is Lyman Sherman. Later that year, he sought counsel from the prophet for clarification concerning his duty. The resulting revelation on his behalf, section 108, defined his spiritual standing. Lyman participated in the dedication of the Kirtland Temple in 1836, and we're getting to that in the next couple of weeks, and he was called to be a member of the Kirtland High Council. See? Top dude. He defended the church and its leaders with courage. Lyman moved to Missouri in 1838 and became a member of the Far West High Council. From Liberty Jail, the prophet sent a letter dated January 16, 1839, calling Lyman to the apostleship to replace Orson Hyde. Unfortunately, Lyman passed away a few days later on January 27. So this is a top guy. This is a guy that wanted to do better. Am I doing enough? How many of us go to our bishops and say, are we doing enough in our callings? Am I okay? We don't really do that anymore because it's sort of not culturally appropriate. It seems needy. But it's a good time to pause and assess these things, whether it's your calling or your life or whatever else you got going on. So yes, wondering if he was doing enough, Lyman went and sought counsel and answers. The counsel from the Lord here is helpful to all of us that want to know how to do what we're doing and if we're doing it enough. We learn that our spiritual standing can be right with the Lord, and sometimes we need counsel and direction from Him. So while our spiritual standing is still good, we still need counsel and direction, right? Just because our spiritual standing is good doesn't mean that it's going to keep that way. We constantly need direction and counsel to keep it good and to keep it better and to keep it moving forward. So the Lord is pleased with us when we fall short. Well, the Lord is pleased with us even though we fall short. That makes more sense. Right? The counsel in verse 2 to rest in the Lord and invite Him in is something we can all do more, which I really do like in verse 2. And I don't know that we're going to do that one. No, we're not. Verse 2 just says, let your soul be at rest. And if you look at the footnote, it says peace of God. And if you go to Topical Guide, look at peace of God. It is about resting in the Lord and giving up your yoke because His yoke is easy and His burden is light. So it's giving up that kind of stuff and just being okay, I'm going to rest in the Lord and know that whatever I cannot do, whatever I have failed at, He's got it. I don't have to worry about it. I've put in my effort. He knows I've given a concerted effort and He's got it. That's what it's talking about. So it's a good life assessment. Now, Elder Christopher Waddell, or is he, I think he's now Bishop Christopher Waddell? Oh, I should probably check that. Anyway, Christopher Waddell good church member, another good church dude, another good leader, said, dealing with the challenges of life is not about ignoring reality, but rather where we choose to focus and the foundation upon which we choose to build. And I think that is so, so true. It's not about the challenges of life, because those are out of our control. What we can control and what we can do, and we don't need to ignore reality. It's there. Being blind to it is not going to help. It's there, acknowledge it, doesn't mean you have to get caught up in it. But it's where we choose to focus, right? Where are we focusing? And the foundation upon which we choose to build, because that will determine our point of focus. So, that's the life assessment in 108, and I hope that was helpful. It's a good way to look at it, good way to do your own little life assessment, see where you're at. Yeah, all got improvement, right? We can all let the Lord in more, and all let the Lord help us more, and all take more rest in the Lord. It definitely can. I get super, super tired, and I sort of forget actually that I have complete rest in the Lord, and it's all right. Okay, there's that one. I have a testimony of it totally, that you rest in the Lord. I do. And it's good to have life assessments constantly, but not too much. And not every day. I have a day assessment a little bit, but probably more a seasonal. I think I probably do it more at the seasons. I'm not really strict on it. Just to sort of pause and go through everything and could I be better at this? Could I do that? Yeah, I could. And move forward. See where I fit with it and how it works. Well, that's my ramblings on that one. We'll get into some of the verses. We're going to go to verse 3 and I will see you there in Insight 4. Bye.